Yeah. Okay, whatever. That doesn't mean I can do it, right? Yeah. And I need to look at it in my inventory and then pressing R to edit coils. Choose an empty coil slot. Critical chance up. Okay, that was easy. Armor. Fast travel packs. Unknown burrower sign. So let's go over here. Damn it.
Oh!
Ow. Dodge. Oh my god. How am I gonna get up there?
There's an old watchtower at the top of that. Looks like the path up broke a long time ago. I'm gonna have to climb.
Climbing it is.
Easy, boy. This pigment would work well on armor. There we go.
What the hell? Game, don't do that to me.
Some kind of device. The metal reflects the sun. To send a signal?
Lens of Dawn.
Looks like some kind of lens. Guess I'll keep it for later.
Ah, this is how you get down. Infinite rope. That's right. Oh my god. How? What? Huh? Okay. Yeah, that. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. As long as you fall onto a a point where you can climb, negates all fall damage. I'll do that. Ooh, that one is over there.
Time to follow up!
Alright. There's gotta be something all the way back here, right? There has to be something behind that waterfall. Come on. It's classic. Climb.
That's as clear
Aloy,
as I
climb.
can get out here.
Thank you. What? Really? Nothing. Oh, wait. Something up here? Aha! One of those upgrade materials. Alright, not bad. Was it worth it coming all the way back here? Maybe. Ooh, we got a purple one. Nice. God. Are those things respawning like a little bit too fast? I feel like they are. Like, I just killed them and they already respawned.
Canister will explode if I use a fire arrow on it.
Damn it! Stupid bird. What the? I feel like stealth killing them is actually pretty bad. Because when they're knocked down, you can like shoot their weak parts, and that way you can like get the rare resources.
What, me?
Squirrel! Oh, dang it. Got him. Okay, please tell me that squirrel's still there. Damn it. There another squirrel around here? The boars are pretty easy to find, but the squirrel. Got him. Okay. Freaking animals. Gotta get your parts. Got him. What was that? Oh, just me. Oh, what? You just disappeared. Ah. God damn it. Oh my god. Why is killing animals so much harder than killing robots? Oh, you know what? You could be right. They are respawning fast, probably because of the difficulty. Yeah. Prairie dogs and rabbits? Squirrel bones, raccoons. I still need to kill squirrels and vultures and all that. That's potion, arrow limit, which we don't really care about. Resource pouch. Okay, that's what we really need to upgrade. We need lizard and goose. Don't really care about traps or bombs. All right. Great job. Oh no. Okay. Abandoned job. Oh, let's max this out. Well, I don't even know if that's the right thing to do. I forgot how the weapons in this game work. Do you get multiple of the same weapons, or do you just upgrade them? Compatible. Increase acid damage buildup. So we can put that on there. And we can do acid damage on this one because we actually have it. Right. Let's unlock more things. What is this one? Load up to 3 arrows. Now that is a good one. Great. So while aiming, tap middle mouse button to load another arrow. Okay. Your damage. So we take 2 points back. Can we unlock this? 1, 2. No, I need 3 points. Or 4 points, actually. Oh, component destruction rank. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, you can upgrade these skills. $200 damage. Jesus. Okay, cool. So now we can do a multi-shot. Tap while aiming to use your selected technique. Switch between available weapon technique for your current weapon by opening the weapon wheel and tapping Z or X. Oh, I see it right there. Okay. So I can do this and then I can select it right here. Let's quick save. There's not much to do now. Can we just not go right through this? If difficulty is the thing that's like making them respawn really quickly,
I'll keep some
and
extra.
I feel like gathering resources on higher difficulty is actually pretty darn easy. What is that? Oh, it's one of those flowers, right? Maybe I need to follow the blue flowers. Okay. Do I need to scan it?
I'll mark this spot in my focus. Come back
Special
later.
gear required. Darn it. Still amazes me how far you can fall in this game and not take damage. Oh, there's another one of these. Let's climb.
This'll make a good die. This place has seen better days. I don't think I can get past them.
Another flower.
Guess I should leave it for now.
Huh. That works.
Made it. And there's another one of those devices. A lens. Guess I'll figure out what to do with it later.
2 out of 6. Is that gonna be marked now? It is. Okay, great. I do hope it's worth it to come back here. Or whatever that is.
I bet a cook can do something with this. It's a dead machine. It must be a bristleback. Maybe
That should be
there's a
another
little
tower.
watchtower on that ridge across the valley.
Yep.
Looks like a long climb to get up there. Ground soaked with acid. I think I can climb up this cliff. Might be able to reach the tower I saw at the top.
Hmm? Oh. Okay. That works. I didn't think it would. I'll save this for a dyer. Wow,
There's
that's
the
actually
tower.
pretty far away.
I still got a ways to go to reach the top.
Get up. Game. Weird. What? Why is there no climbable spots over there? Weird.
Hold on to this for later. Okay, almost there.
Oh my god, game! What the hell? No. Fine, I'll jump forward and then I'll jump backward. Actually, we might not need that. Yeah.
Here we are. Looks like there's another device up here. Got another lens. I'll tuck this away for now.
I've got 3
I
of
can
them.
almost see the entire valley up here.
We don't need to repel that. We can just jump down.
Useful for making dyes.
I don't think I killed those before. Oh no, Scrounger. We got it. Power cell. Power cell's the only thing
Must
on
be
them.
chain scrape. Drew's. Bet I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear too. I'm not giving. Down it goes.
My goodness. That was great. There needed to be a loot all button. Like from the area, not just from an individual. And we got so many rare materials there. That was great. Okay, let's go into the settlement.
Bristlebacks must have got these Osram. I hope Erend and the other Vanguard are okay.
Outlander approaching. Is that the savior?
Pry this green shine off carefully.
They're like, oh, someone's approaching. But why did they just jump off the bridge? That's what I would say if I were those guards. I know suspicious that there's like nothing over here.
Wanna come in, savior?
Yeah. Let me just climb up here. Climb on the bridge, please. Thank you.
Welcome to Chainscrape, savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
Thick door.
By the forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chain scrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Olvend?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Not really a choice. A cold beer sounds great in this
Well, this Olvend guy sounds like trouble.
heat. I don't know.
Maybe
it could be
Petra
pretty
could use
cold,
some
though.
support.
It should
But
be
first
pretty
things
cold.
first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
I did that though.
I am most certainly
Oh, that's a lot of side quests.
Best I can do is let you use that workstation.
If you need any help, I should be off early.
We'll see about that.
Trying to take these guys. Okay.
I'll bet. How am I supposed to work with a hammer in this state?
Alvin blows that whistle nowhere.
Yeah, you!
Look at her go.
Recipe discovered. Acid traps. Okay.
Got us another empty kettle. We don't like empty kettles.
Brother! On it! Been looking!
That you can discover recipes just in random chests. Makes me want to keep exploring every single nook and cranny even more.
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me.
Minions.
Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Olven discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly.
But
my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes.
Grooved griddle.
I hate to think what'll happen when I'm
Don't
forced
use
to
anything
refuse
grooved,
Olven
guys.
or his goons.
If you want the
Even
grill
if I
marks,
already
use the
had
grill.
the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do.
But if you're gonna
Unless
use a pan and
you can
has
source me a temporary
grooves,
replacement
it just
What do you
causes
need?
uneven cooking.
for the ingredients. A few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Gather wild meat. I just used them all. Fuck. God damn it.
Already got enough bitter leaf. Just need to hunt for some wild meat and grab a metal panel from a scrounger pile.
Oh.
Why else would one leave the glory of Main Street? Drink last night? All my beers watered down, I'm sure.
Not like the stuff we used to get. Drop him. That was a good one.
I don't know why.
Aloy, change your mind about that brew?
For a game of strike. Yeah.
Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olven grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table! Ah, don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Olvind was none too pleased. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the bristlebacks are gone.
But how could bristlebacks and the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Karja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Damn Karja slavers.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the
So
workers
what's
around
the
here.
purpose and utility of our gloves? Why all of the metal spriggets? What does that
So
do
about
for
Olvend.
smithing?
Around here, everything's about Olvend.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all
Like,
over
it
Mainspring,
looks like it was
getting
made to go
investors
punch
to front
somebody,
claims
not-
and
not for
anything in the
smithing.
Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Olvend?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Olvend has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
Even the savior.
I'm guessing this is a mini game.
Challenge. Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
Beginner tutorial.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them.
Oh,
You
nice.
see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Just need to, move that machine forward, Red. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second machine. Gotta move that machine forward. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to attack one of my machines. You gotta move that piece close enough to attack my machine, okay?
Yeah.
When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the two machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Uh-huh.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn, then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those, and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Great. Do I get something for completing all the tutorials? You know what?
Ah, I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machine. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out. There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it, which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks.
But it knocked it into the same terrain.
If my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go